My path is the path of the people. It's a path that anybody can access. It doesn't require having a bunch of education or a bunch of money. It's a path that anyone should be able to access if they want it. And traveling that path as a pioneer, in traveling that, it certainly has been helpful to have the education of a lawyer, for example, because I have needed to engage in a lot of advocacy for myself, and I've needed to understand how the legal system controls medicine in order to protect myself within that system. And I've needed to be able to do a lot of research and get into a lot of scientific issues that not everybody may be prepared to read about and absorb. But my hope is that by traveling this path, I can open up a door for others, that I can open up a door for others who have cancer, who don't have a bunch of money, who say, I don't choose to take the treatment that my insurance, that Medicaid will pay for, or Medicare, that, I want to be able to follow my heart and find a way that suits me. And I know that there are a lot of such people out there because I encountered many of them on my journey. I met so many people who, just like I was, were on low budgets, and they were just sort of making ends meet from one day to the next. And on top of that, they had a very serious illness and had to deal with all of the consequences of that. And I think anybody can do it. And my role models, frankly, I found some of my best role models down in Mexico at the very beginning of my journey, because I had lived in Mexico previously. I had contact with community down there. I spoke Spanish, and that helped a lot. And I knew people who had treated their cancer with herbs, with aloe vera, with noni juice, and with all kinds of wild plants that just grew in Mexico, so that they didn't have to spend any money on their treatment. And I knew people who actually were successful, that it took several years, but they were able to clear themselves completely of cancer using these natural means. And because I had these role models, these people that I had known before they got cancer, and then they had cancer, and then I watched bits of them going down this path and eventually healing, and then I was there in the community with them as their journey had completed and the cancer had left their bodies. And that was a really powerful role model for me, because it allowed me to believe that what I was doing was possible, when I came from a culture that told me that it was absolutely impossible and that I was denying all of my logical education to go seek treatment from herbalists in the jungle.